Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Pokes Channel. Hey, I just want to lightly discuss some things I did on a video just today where I played some kind of music like this. In Dadgat, actually, and discuss some affirmations. This is part of who I am, folks. I mean, I'm just letting my real self out here. I've had my challenges in life, having 3 kids, living in Orange County, Huntington Beach, which is not a cheap place. And, these affirmations and things that I've shared, I before your ego pounces all over them or you dissect them or you think, this is just a bunch of BS, hear me out, okay? Part of it is I really believe the universe is an intelligent system. I believe the universe is friendly. I believe the universe is the ultimate teacher. And you get what you focus on. But I believe there's certain principles of the universe, certain laws of the universe that you can use to cooperate. I'd like to say cooperate with these laws of the universe, and they will make your life easier. They will help you solve problems. They'll help you attract more prosperity, bring more joy to your life, and make things easier. I know that sounds probably a little too simple, but I think we've been trained. I always think of like early Rush songs when I think of kind of this way. Subdivisions and whatnot. I think the system has kind of trained us differently. It's kind of devoid of what I believe is the truth. Let me give you a simple example. Gratitude, the law of gratitude. Some people believe, and if you don't believe me, try this and you'll find out it works. When you focus on being thankful for even simple things in life, some people believe it brings more light into your aura, more positive energy, however you want to put it, and the universe or God or the creator or your higher self, however you want to put it, will actually give you more gifts. You can try this. It's incredibly powerful and simple. It can be as simple as just thanking the universe for the blue sky and the trees and the plants. It can be thanking the universe for $20 in your wallet. It can be thanking the universe for your musical talent. It can be thanking the universe for the people in your life. The thing is, you get what you focus on. The universe is so powerful. The one mind is so powerful. Our mind is a reflection of the one mind. So you get what you focus on. So if you're always talking about, I'm broke, I don't have any money, life's a struggle, blah, 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 it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You get what you focus on. And the voice and the throat is a manifestation center. And you really have to be careful what you say. So as opposed to saying I'm broke, say abundance is my natural state. Let that float around. So what I'm proposing here are there's some very, very simple laws of the universe, like tithing. Now, I'm not getting into a religious thing here. I respect all religious views. I believe tithing is a law of the universe. There's a really cool book called Seed Money. There's a book called Seed Money, The Law of Tenfold Return, and it outlines principle of giving money and claiming your tenfold return. It's a really cool book. It'll help you attract more prosperity. There's a couple books I want to recommend. That book, Seed Money, The Law of Tenfold Return, and Real Magic by Wayne Dyer is a really great book too. So what I'm talking about here, and I just ask people to reserve your judgment. I mean, Wayne Dyer talks about in one of his books, suspend your disbelief. And I think that's a great way to put it. But there's certain laws of the universe, like, positive thinking, you get what you focus on, the law of gratitude, the law of tithing, that can really help you. And even Jimi Hendrix said, if you could just get your mind together. There's a really interesting course of books called A Course in Miracles. They talk about this. Bottom line, I'm just gonna lay this out. The ego is insane. We all have a part of our minds. Dr. Pilar, who's an interesting kind of guru, kind of a guy, said something kind of funny the other day that the mind's an abnormality. The mind is an unbelievable miracle, but it kind of swings both ways. The ego is that part of your mind that thinks that you're separate from the rest of the universe, that you're separate from God, that you're separate from your source, and it's like a scared little kid, and it's just there to screw you up. So you have to really learn to monitor your thinking, quiet the chatter of your mind, be very careful. You have to stand guard at the door of your mind and be careful what thoughts you let in and what thoughts you focus on. Because the ego, and I've had challenges with this too, the ego is that part of your brain that just kind of wants to mess things up. We call it the negative part of your brain, okay? And so learning to be very, very careful what thoughts you focus on, and that's where affirmations are so powerful. I happen to believe the universe is perfect by design. You have to be careful not to dissect that thought, but if you focus on perfection, you move into alignment with perfection, and you will actually see positive results. This is true. The first time I started doing this, I attracted over $30,000 to me. I'm not even kidding. It was really incredible. But, everything doesn't have to be perfect to be perfect. I mean, if you could fly through outer space in a spaceship and you could see universes being born and you could see the unbelievable, cosmic dance of the universe, you'd be blown away. But, here on Earth, there's a lot of things going on that are very sad, unfortunately. You have to really be careful not to focus on that, because you'll just get depressed and you'll become unempowered. So, there's people on the earth that don't realize that we're all spiritual beings and that we're all one. So they're not exactly helping out everybody, and that's putting it lightly. But that doesn't pay off for you to focus on. There's a really cool book called You Can Have It All by Arnold Patton that talks about this. But the thing is, if you try this stuff, I have a 3-step program. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. I have a 3-step program that I use, which is 1, be positive. 2, faith and money matters. 3, focus on perfection, okay? And you don't need to overthink this stuff. Also, I believe in daily meditation is really, really important, as well as exercise. I work out with weights every other day. I walk almost every day. But what I'm really talking about is kind of an inner ecology. I'm talking about learning to get your mind on your team. Learning to not let your mind mess up your life. Learning to focus on positive thoughts. And you don't have to wrestle thoughts, but like if a thought comes into your mind that isn't a productive thought, you don't wrestle it, you don't try to fight it. That will give it more power. You just kind of let it float around wherever it wants to float and introduce another thought like abundance is my natural state. But a lot of it just comes down to just like practicing a basketball shot or practicing guitar. I'm not saying this all happens easily, but it can happen easier than you think if you work on it. What I'm suggesting is that if you can learn, like I said, even Hendricks talked about this, everybody's talked about it, that if you learn how to manage your thinking, learn to quiet the chatter in your mind, and learn to introduce, positive affirmations, and learn to suspend the disbelief, as Dr. Wayne Dyer would say, it's incredible what can happen. I had a very serious challenge in my life a couple of years ago, and I was thinking, gee, how in the heck am I going to, come up with this money? Well, I pay most of the bills in my family and about it, yada, yada, yada. And my mind was starting to run away with me. And then I said, nope, maybe it's possible. Maybe it's possible that I can attract the money that I need to do what I needed to do and pay what I needed to pay. And I made an effort to have positive thoughts about the person that this money was going to go to. And you know what? And I did my tithing. I give money to healthright.org and help people all over the world, help homeless kids in Russia and Ukraine, help mothers keep their babies, help women in little villages, survive and eat and get medical care. I started giving money away to the healthright.org, and like I said, I just had positive faith, and everything worked out. I paid back. I attracted the money I needed. I paid back all the money while building a business, while building a guitar business, and buying inventory while supporting my family. It's just incredible. If you learn how to think, or maybe I should say learn how to not think, but also there's some people that believe in what's called the particle mind, and you can research the boson particle. They've discovered a particle which they call the God particle. Some people believe we have what's called a particle mind that actually can create. It's a really interesting thing, and many people believe that we are conscious co-creators, and I believe that too. But what I'm going to start talking about this stuff because it's very, very real to me, and I think it's also helped me to learn to play guitar better. But the bottom line of all this is that practice some of these principles, like Practice positive thinking. Practice having faith in money matters. Get into tithing. I happen to donate money to healthright.org, and they've sent me pictures of the people I'm helping, and most of the money does go to the people. They're not just, all getting tons of big salaries and all this kind of stuff. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is I believe the universe is unfolding in time, not unraveling. You're here for a purpose. You're here to help people. You're here to serve. Understand that your life is not just about you and your little problems or my little problems, okay? When you take the focus off yourself and start helping other people, the whole world can open up. I use the example, I think it was Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell, who has the hair care price, he's now a billionaire. At one time, Paul Mitchell was living in his car, homeless, and he was still doing tithing. Now he's a billionaire. And like I said, there's a really cool book called Seed Money, The Law of Tenfold Return. But if you just want to have some fun practicing and stuff, here's the results you can get. And I have to really believe in something, or I can't share it, sell it, close it, whatever. But this is part of who I am as a being. I'm an artist, musician, entrepreneur, and I really do believe these principles. And I'd like to see, I've had a few conversations with people who bought guitars from me, or maybe wanted to buy a guitar from me and asked me how I was able to carve out the life that I have. So I'm sharing this stuff. But here's the result you can expect is the universe will actually help you. I mean, it's almost like the universe will pay you to be yourself. You don't just sit around all day and do nothing and drink beer or smoke or whatever. You have to do your part. But if you get in positive alignment with the universe, if you focus on perfection, focus on everything and everyone is perfect. The universe is perfect by design. Focus on more positive thoughts. Feed the positive dream. Don't allow your mind to focus on negative stuff. You get what you focus on, okay? Do your tithing. Maybe read Seed Money, The Law of Tenfold Return. Maybe read the Wayne Dyer book, Real Magic. But what I'm suggesting is if you learn how to get your mind on your team and learn to cooperate with the laws of the universe, life can become more easy. It's incredible. It can actually I'll share some stories of down the road of things that have happened with me, and it's just absolutely unbelievable. But I just wanted to say a little bit about that. So for now, before you judge all this, practice it, try it, test it. Sit down every day for 5 minutes and thank the universe, thank God, thank, for everything in your life, simple things. Thank you for the trees, thank you for the blue sky, thank you for the, $500 you have or $10 you have or whatever. Because what you get, you focus on, and you're not a victim. You're a conscious co-creator. You have the ability to create and manifest miracles. You have the ability. But here's where I think a lot of these New Age people, I feel, make a little bit of a mistake. That doesn't mean that every little thing that you do, all you have to do is think right, this comes right to you. Like that there was a course a long time ago called The Secret. I think they made it seem too easy. You do have to work at things. You have to work at things, but if you work at your goals, and sometimes you may not get the exact goal you want. You have to think, like I always make the joke, levels. I think of Seinfeld when I talk about levels. But if you love music, maybe you're not going to be a big star like Keith Richards, but you can find another way to be involved in that industry, whether it's buy and sell guitars or whatever. But the bottom line is there are laws of the universe. If you learn to cooperate with these laws of the universe, your life can become easier. It can be more on purpose. And Dr. Wayne Dyer has a show on PBS where some lady died, and she came back and she talked about one of the things she learned was being yourself is very powerful. And she felt more powerful than even positive thinking, because this is sound a little corny, but the universe wants you to be who you are. Now you might be sitting there thinking, well, yeah, but if I'm who I am, who's going to pay the rent? That doesn't mean you don't have a job. It doesn't mean that you don't do other things. That's just life. We don't always get exactly what we want in life. That's just something to accept. But you can still participate in the things that you love to do. And if you participate in the things that you love to do in the right way and you practice unlimited thinking, you might be surprised that you can actually create more than you thought you can create. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of this. And like I said, just reserve your judgments. Maybe practice something simple like the law of gratitude. And I'll be talking about more of this in the future. take care. Let's keep the positive faith. And maybe for now, practice gratitude as opposed to allowing your mind or your ego to sell you on why, your life sucks. Stop and thank the universe for some simple things in your life, whether it's the one guitar you have, whether it's the $20 in your wallet, maybe it's your beautiful wife, maybe it's your dog, anything. Just remember, the universe is the ultimate teacher, and the universe is like a big mirror. It's always bouncing back to you what you focus on, because it's trying to get you to understand and realize and cooperate with the laws of the universe. And once you begin to cooperate with the laws of the universe will dance for you and your life will be easier. Okay, I think I've said enough for now. So let's stay positive. Remember my 3-step. 1, be positive. 2, faith in money matters. 3, believe in perfection. And try to focus on serving others and helping other people and getting yourself to purpose, getting yourself on purpose. And I would highly suggest if any of this, you get a little hunch in your gut that there might be something to this, go buy Real Magic by Wayne Dyer and read it. That's a very powerful book. And I really, the Seed Money, The Law of Tenfold Return is an incredible book to help you attract more prosperity. All right, take care. Bye-bye.